Hello everyone, welcome to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, round number 7 of the World Championship. I can't believe it's so late on in the season, isn't it? Emilia Romagna, that's how long this championship is this season. Of course, Imola has been a classic staple of Formula 1 over the years, hasn't it? Of course, made the return back in the COVID season, didn't it? Back in 2020, but great stuff indeed then. 19 turns around this circuit, only one DRS zone there, which means that overtaking is going to be paramount then. My goodness gracious me. But more importantly, I hope everyone is safe, especially if you're around the Nottingham area. My goodness gracious me, I'm not sure if anyone's been aware about all these rioting going on, but yeah, Bolton, Middlesbrough, and especially Rotherham, I think it's getting a bit wild up there, to say the least. So hopefully everyone is safe and well. That is the main thing then. Of course, qualifying 1, 2, and 3 for gold. Then, of course, 18 minutes for this first session. session, we're going to lose 5 drivers. Then the next, then qualifying 2, 15 minutes, and then qualifying 3, 12 minutes. And as you can tell, it is bustling in the pit lane. So let's take this opportunity to go through the drivers and the constructor standards. And shall we then, of course, at the moment in the top of the standings, it is, so I quickly get my thing ready. Lucas Persson, of course, 9 points in front of Sam Swift. After Sam Swift had a pretty impressive last 2 races, hasn't it? Possibly, but as the gap is coming down, and Troy in third position, but a very distant 51 points back at the moment, with Gurman in fourth position on 33, Keza on 26 at the moment, 25 for Toy Coin, 24 for, also 25 for Immortal as well. Then we have got... then we've got Cass on 24 points and Boxstar, who's missed last 3 races, and I think he hasn't raced since in a month, to be fair. In 9th position, and Brabbit in 10th position. Brabbit really starting to come of age as well. And then in the Constructors' Championship, Aston Martin lead 9 points away from the Williams team in 2nd position. Haas in a superb 3rd position so far. The strong team of Troy and Keza is really helping them out so far. Kick Sauber in 4th position. The RB team are in 5th with Mercedes 6th, along with Ferrari on 25 points, 21 points for the Red Bull, 18 points for Alpine. McLaren has been an absolute shocking season at the moment. McLaren's been an absolute shocking season moment on 11 points. Unfortunately, it's been pretty appalling from their point of view. As I forgot to change the to the constructors. Shocking stuff indeed. Right then, in the joint constructors then as well, and this the joint constructors is like this. It is Alpine leading the way then on 71 points, yellow flag. Down at the bottom of the circuit, 71 points for the Alpine team. Aston Martin are on 195. Mercedes on 109 points, had 6 points away from the Aston Martin. Williams on 175, with the Haas team on 179. Then we've got RB on 158, 124 for Kick Sauber is just 1 point in front of the Red Bull team. Ferrari on 95. McLaren a shocking 16 points so far. Pretty horrendous stuff from McLaren. They need to get that themselves sorted out pronto. I must say, it is pretty shocking stuff indeed from McLaren team. From all the McLaren drivers so far in the gold, silver and bronze. That's very disappointing indeed. And Carson on a lap then, as it comes out of Tozer as well. Good evening to you, Andy, and hello to Young Lights as well. Of course, Young Lights driving as a reserve today. We've got about, I think, 5 or 6 reserves in here. Good stuff. Noel saying I've upgraded to medium tyres now. Nice. Noel is saying that. And also Let's Go as well. So, yes, we got a lot of drivers. Oh, it's Cass there very much fighting with the car. Goodness gracious me, and that is a very difficult part of the circuit then for Cats as we go down into the final part of the circuit as well. Then before accelerating away, of course, Emilia had a facelift that when it first returned back to had a facelift quite some years ago before it unexpectedly returned onto the Formula 1 calendar. Kaz goes faster on a 15.2. Coupe is out on circuit as well, cut up into the Villeneuve chicane now, and of course, so Coupe then hopefully have a good weekend as well. Gurman's retired from the session, as on board then with Coupe coming out of Tozer then before building up the hill as well in the Aston Martin. And remember, reserve drivers do not score. So so basically, we got some drivers, teams are going to be feeling quite aggrieved with, I think, some of the joint constructors. Some of the joint constructor drivers are going to probably feel a bit aggrieved with their so-called colleagues who are not racing. Just at the top of the hill, the Varianti out before dropping down into the first of the 2 Ravazzas. Serious Russian, but evening, Sean. Hello to you, Serious Russian. And how many will avoid penalties? Well, I certainly didn't. I got disqualified on Wednesday, but let's be honest, I'm still a bit hurt about Wednesday's Grand Prix. I think that is in my top 3 worst Grand Prix I've ever done in league racing, along with that Japanese Grand Prix in bronze a few years ago. But anyway, enough about that, because let's be honest about it, I was that upset that I actually uninstalled the game. So maybe it's not a good idea me racing. We got Sam Swift, the man who's second the World Championship, the man who is actually, of course, at 9 points away from the championship leader, Lucas Persimmon, DRS, and only one DRS around here. Sam Swift goes fastest in pretty good run of form. And then Reflections, good evening. Hello to you, Reflections. Great to have you in the comments as well. Legends in the Red Bull. Of course, coming down into the first chicane of Tamburello, that before coming up into the Villeneuve chicane as well. Of course, this circuit has got a lot of triumph and tragedy around here, isn't it? Of course, Roland Rantzberger and Ayrton Senna, synonymous with this race, well, infamous with this race, really, isn't it? After that awful weekend in '94, was very much. It did give us a lot of safety. Really refocused Formula One with safety, because that was the first death at a race circuit since '82, wasn't it? In that '94, albeit we had that horrible incident in the European. Was it the European Grand Prix in '91 with Martin Donnelly? That I think that incident there really haunts me. To be fair, actually, it really sends shivers down my spine. So frustrating, but it was funny though. Well, it certainly wasn't funny for me at the time, I must say. I lost me, you know what. To be fair, so there we go. And anyway, enough for that. To be fair, I think it just shows. Does it show that the time? Does it show that how difficult the circuit is, or how bad of a racing driver I am? I'm going to go with both, to be honest. It just shows how difficult this race circuit is to get right. Here's Chappers in the Williams car. I think he might be feeling a bit aggrieved, to be honest. Actually, Chappers is, because Chappers had a very good, couple of results, but I think he was 8th position last time, but unfortunately got knocked back, didn't he? Ever so slightly. Of course, Sam Swift really has only not finished on the podium once so far this season. His teammate, as we're watching Chappers, as Sam Swift has retired from the session, but he's all happy with that then. I remember that last time out in Miami, I think we had a sprinkling rain, didn't we? Which did it help Percy potentially? Maybe. Sam Swift was quicker, but damaged him after contact down the back straight of himself in cars. Was certainly a talking point of that Grand Prix, to say this. Did that cost Sam Swift the Grand Prix win? Potentially, but of course, at the end of the day, if spout backwards is F1, what Murray Walker used to say. I'm not sure how much we can say. I'm not really sure if I get the whole point of that one, but I certainly know what he means then, because of course Formula One, anything can happen in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does, doesn't it? And of course, that just shows that of course racing is one out on the track and not on paper. Not on paper. Legends gone second fastest. Lights has gone third at the moment, and the two Red Bulls. Lights, and I must say, I think this is Lights' longest tenure with ALR in racing in multiple races in a row. So hats off to young Lights. Chappers goes at 5th fastest, as we was watching Chappers. Here's Bravitt, man of the moment so far, potentially with the Alpine. He has certainly been incredible in the last 2 qualifying sessions for Bravitt, and it could have and should have been a bit higher, but rain has affected both the last 2 races in China and Miami, and I must say, I don't even know how he stayed on track there. Fantastic. But as I was saying, and of course, Bravitt has been really in good fine Vettel, and I think the last 2 Grand Prix, if it wasn't sprinkling the wet stuff, I think that Bravitt would have got a podium at the very least then, so doing a hop, skip, and a jump then. But that time he's invalidated. He, must admit, was very much throwing caution to the wind. Unfortunately, that last effort did fly him too close to the sun. Then circuit is bad for penalties, so not your fault, Sarah Busher. Not for so I should have stayed in the white line, to be fair. Actually, having said that, the damage was done well before that. Being 2 laps down before even half distance is not a thing that I want to remember, to be honest. That's what hurt me the most. There we go. Just watching Motor, who's just coming out of the Variante Alta, now dropping down into the first of the 2 Ravazzas. Right, evening Rocket League. Good evening to you. It's Flippy. Let's go. Brad as well. We're, by the way, 1 subscriber away from the magical 600. We lost a subscriber. We've gained a subscriber. Great stuff indeed. I don't get the emails anymore, to be honest, which I'm a bit disgruntled by, because normally we like to give a shout out. Sam Swift is fastest still then, as I think that Sam Swift, Percy's gone third fastest, unbeknownst to me. Here comes Irvine, and of course, this is not the legendary Eddie Irvine, this is the even more legendary new NUFC Irvine. Cobalt, bronze, silver, and now gold. And goodness me, Irvine has got the whole shebang now, hasn't he? Irvine has, and to be honest, I think that a driver who could very much be a potential Lando Norris kind of as. Oh, he's gone wide there. Yes, I know he's driving the McLaren, but Irvine hasn't won hasn't won a championship so far in ALR. However, there is a lot of skill behind that young man, to say the least. Here comes Knowlesy. His teammate Brabbit was just attacking the circuit, but unfortunately Brabbit's going to have to go around again. Here is Knowlesy, and of course he's invalidated as well, Knowlesy. I said, you don't see me doing that, shocking. Marky, welcome back, Marky. As well, goodness gracious me, I feel flashback. Of course, Marky, I think that Marky had the undistinct pleasure of driving the Alpine last season, didn't he, at the beginning? Marky did, but great to see Marky back in the cockpit as well. A very good qualifier. Very unlucky in the race, though, was Marky, wasn't he? Because he kept tripping over a few other drivers there as well. By the way, of course, if you just joined us, I hope you're well, and there's a lot of frightening issues going on in the old country of the UK at the moment there, so as long as you're all safe and well, that's all fine and dandy by me. Horrific stuff indeed. Well, I've been following a lot of it on TikTok, and just seeing some of the riots out there is quite scary indeed then. So of course, if you're in the Nottingham area, Leeds area, I know that ALR Sammy used to be from Leeds as well. I'm not sure if anyone else was. Knowlesy, goodness gracious me, I think that Knowlesy has done that's his very best impression of the Maldonado from over yesteryear. Of course, Maldonado did drive for the Enstone team in 2014 and 15, but Knowlesy obviously just wants to get closer to the fans there as he comes into the pit lane. Now, nowhere there's out on circuit really setting time so far. Cars is about to start though, and we're on board the Ferrari drivers now. Of course, he's going to be a hero around here at Cars and Menace in fourth position as well. Menace starting his third Grand Prix in a row. Goodness gracious me. Evening, Sean. Good evening to you, Vintage there. And I'm very happy to say, apart from qualifying, that I didn't actually hit Vintage, I don't think, in the Emilia Romagna 100% Grand Prix. And there's a car right in the way, and that is very disappointing there, I think, from Kaz's point of view. Brabbit, I think, was on an outlap, and I don't think he should have been told about that potentially for Brabbit, but that is not ideal, and Kaz is going to be absolutely livid with that, because he may have even have wasted another set of new tyres there. But Ferrari fans, I think that's going to be causing an uproar here, and unfortunately it may be a penalty coming Brabbit's way there, because that is not ideal as well. By the way, hello to Kiki as well. Remember, who reserved last week? It was Camera Racer, who did a really good job. Kiki and Camera are in the same bracket, I think, in terms of how quick they are in qualifying. They're superb in qualifying, they really are, and I think that Kiki could be up there as well. I reckon Kiki's going to be in the top 10, but hopefully I'm giving in the old the old commentator's curse. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, for the first time that me and Vintage I didn't hit Vintage. I did hit him in qualifying, shockingly, because I thought I'd get Vintage more room. It just shows how I don't know how wide my car is, and it also shows I don't know how wide my posterior is either, as sometimes I struggle to get through a single door. Troy has invalidated their time, so going to have to go around again. We're just watching Brabbit coming out of Toza before building up the hill as well. Right, I'm 30 minutes from Liverpool. Evening, Vince, as well, says Rocket Lee. Hopefully it's all good in Liverpool. Brabbit that just coming up to the top of the hill as well. Yeah, some shocking behaviour out there, I must admit. I do understand to a certain degree. There's a lot. I think the rioting in Rotherham is due to some immigrants, I think, in up in a hotel or something like that. But I'm not going to get into all that kind of stuff. Yeah, awful stuff around there at the moment. I must say, if anyone's in the UK, take care of yourselves. Right, Brabbit then, who is just coming out of the final turn and across the line. Brabbit goes full fast. It's underlined his potential. He's been so good. Thank you very much, Vintage. You give Serious Mushroom a gift as well. We avoided each other last race, Vintage. Apart from qualifying, I think I knocked you at this where Brabbit was here. I thought I'd give you more room, and I kind of hit you, and I think I spun you. I was like, oh gosh. It's absolutely shocking behaviour, isn't it, there? Of course, there we go. But hopefully, I've got to say, Vintage, so you shouldn't see me on Wednesday at all, because I think it's Monaco, so I'll be impressed if I get out of the garage. Right, where am I? Yes, I did hit him in qualified. It was shocking stuff indeed. Did you see that? Serious Russian, damn it. We're on board Troy, the former world champion. Still a world champion then, a former world champion. So good evening to Camero. Thank you very much, Camero, gifting us €10 as well. I absolutely love it. Vintage, I don't remember. Thanks for another gift there. Serious Russian was saying as well. So just watching Troy come down the hill as well. As I'm already sweaty. Also was very sweaty after qualifying as well. On Sunday. Wednesday, I should say. All right, Troy then out to the second of the two Ravazzas across the line. Troy going into. Oh, he's invalidated his time, has he? Oh, goodness gracious me. And also having an issue as well, unfortunately. To be honest, I felt very embarrassed when I crashed out. I came out of the pits like on new hard tyres, and on new hard tyres, I absolutely lost myself. To be fair, I broke my controller to be honest. Had to go back to the white one. But I came out of the garage, and literally it was just after Tamburello. I don't know how. I just spun it. I spun the car. I don't know what. A Villeneuve chicane I spun twice, which really aggravated me. And then I spun coming out of the second out of Tamburello. And literally, I just lost my stuff, and I threw my controller, and my pink one is kind of broke now. So that's good. Dear, oh dear. I think that's what I'm going to say is why I got disqualified, because I couldn't turn very well. Right, we've got Kiki out of the line. Kiki goes 11 fast, said 200 of a second away from Equazmo. Nameless out on circuit as well. Nameless in the RP. No toy coin, unfortunately. Marking the McLaren then. We're just watching Troy then at the top of the hill, but Troy there taking a shortcut as well. I think that Knowles, he might have to have another bite of cherry here because he's been visiting the gravel. Oh, well, actually, no. Mr. Rage, both kick salvers are out of qualifying. And whilst I've been waffling away, Troy's out of qualifying as well. Goodness gracious me. The timer's run away from me, and the former champion, Troy, is out of qualifying. And that's a turn up for the books. I was not expecting that. And Troy, season 8 champion, out of qualifying, down in 19th position there. So who's going to make it through that? At the moment, it's Irvine, who is currently last on the grid. Irvine is in the McLaren. Both McLaren drivers are not in here tonight, which means that there's going to be no points for the Woking team again for McLaren. That is not good. And oh dear, that's terrible news for McLaren. But let's see, the Marquis is on the cusp. Coop, I think it's just in front of us. Is he? No, Coop's in the pits then. So Coop is very much destiny's in the hands of Irvine here, and Irvine just out by the minutest of margins there. And Irvine is 16th, Nosey 17th, 18th German, Mr. Rage 19th, Troy 20th. In that bottom 5 cars, 3 drivers have won a Grand Prix, and 4 drivers have been on pole position in their career in Golden. So that is a shocking turn of events here in Emilia. It just shows how difficult this circuit is. Serious Russian, it was Vince's fault. He parked in turn 1, laugh out loud. I will take that. Good stuff indeed then. But so yes, it was Vince's fault. It cannot be me. Trying to get into Q3 for the first time this season. Lights is saying Lights has had really good pace actually, if I remember rightly. Last week in Miami, if I'm not very much mistaken, got a very good 5th position. The Lights did, and of course he had 4th position in also in the Chinese Grand Prix as well. So Lights is even though Lights is qualifying, it's not much to write home about. I think that in terms of the race results, not too shabby at all. Lights, I think, has got two Grand Prix win in his career. Troy 19th, Mr. Rage 18th, German 17th, Knowlesy and Irvine 17th and 16th here today as we roll on into qualifying 2. I wonder how many people will be ill Wednesday. To be fair, I do have a bit of a dodgy stomach. To be fair, so yes, I may not be in. To be fair, actually, as well on Wednesday. Here comes the excuses. I also had a blocked ear, which means I had to have my headset on my other ear. That's why I didn't drive very well. And also, I'm not sure if I should share this actually because it's quite vile. I'm not sure. I've had something growing on me lower of my back for about a year or 2, and it popped on Tuesday, and it really hurt. So yeah, there you go. I'm not going to go into any more then. Next week, spoiler. Troy said he wouldn't make it through an hour ago. Serious much than saying that you are gold, then you always believe in gingers have souls. All top drivers are out. Serious much saying yes. That's a lot of pedigree which has been knocked out of qualifying here as we go into qualifying 2, and both Ferraris are through. So the Tifosi are going to be loving life at the moment, but unfortunately, unfortunately, not that some other drivers work. That Haas have already lost the car, which is not a turnout for the book. It's not a part of the program. Also, of course, so we just got Kez there out on circuit. We got Kaz as well. So Kez has been, I think that Kez was a bit bewildered after last week's race. I think this has been a difficult start of the season to Kez. Still, yet Kez is in the top 10 championship. Just shows how highly regarded he is in Formula One in recent circles. But Kez having a difficult start, isn't he? But I think that him and Troy still got that Haas car in third position, which in the constructor, which is fantastic. There comes the RB. Making their first appearance in Imola. Of course, even though they are technically the same team, they've got a different name out there. Of course, this team used to be known as Minardi. It was morphed into the Toro Rosso before the AlphaTauri, and now the RB. I really hope they get a better name next season. That's one thing I am crossing my fingers about. Along with many other things in Formula 1, do I say the A word? No. Let's leave it there, I think, for now. Albeit Andretti, I've done it. Albeit Andretti is, of course, they are part Italian, aren't they? So I think I'm allowed to say, because we are on Italian soil, aren't we? Of course, but I think that was Michael Andretti's best result in Formula 1 was actually on Italian soil as well. Albeit it wasn't this circuit, it was the Italian Grand Prix in Monza, wasn't it, where he got third position on this final race for McLaren, Peugeot. No, it wasn't Peugeot. McLaren Ford before he went back to IndyCar. And of course, the season later, I think he was replaced by Mika Hakkinen, the double world champion of 98 and 99 there. And I think the year after, Martin Brundle then started to race for the McLaren team when they had that disgraceful Peugeot engine which just self-destructed every week. Shocking 17. John, so I think as much as Martin Brundle, 158 Grand Prix, never won a race but did finish on the podium multiple times in his career, I do think that a lot of times though he was very unlucky, albeit he had super teammates. When he was in the Benetton, he had Michael Schumacher in 92, and then he had Mika Hakkinen in 94. Of course, I'm not trying to make any excuses for the man. Of course, if you want to be the best, you have to race against the best, don't you? RB Andretti Vija Cat Soup Racing, Serious Mushroom said. I shouldn't be including the top driver tag, that is for sure, as Serious Mushroom said that a lot of top drivers, and there was a lot of top drivers, I think, because Knowlesy, a 3-time Grand Prix winner as well, back in, I think his most successful season was, I think, season 5 of ALR. Kez, we're on season 11 now. Mortal's gone fastest there, so I had to add that little nugget in as well. Kez was fastest, but Immortal has gone quicker still. Nameless is gone 4th fastest in that second RB. Nameless doing very well in the reserve championship. Kaz in 5th position. Marky currently in 6th at the moment. Now, kind of gone on the radar a bit, Marky did. Oh, Coops are back in there, shaking from left to right. Out the toes are turned. Nope, I don't even know where I am now. Ravazza and across the line goes Coops, 7 faster than the Aston Martin. Brabbit back into the pit. Sam Swift then. So, it's today the day where Sam Swift is going to take the lead in the championship. If he does, then Percy has to finish third or lower. But Sam Swift, over the last 2 Grand Prix, has really elevated his speed, and he is the man on tip-top form. Locking up the inside front tyre there for the Williams car. Sam Swift aiming to become only the third time in ALR history to be crowned a multiple world champion. We've only ever had 2 multiple champions in ALR's history, of course, Granty in season 2 and 3, and Emerson in season 4 and 5. And can Sam Swift there do 10 and 11, or can Percy become the first driver to win 2 different championships on 2 separate games in ALR? That has never happened before, which I think is absolutely astounding in 11 seasons we've been doing this. As the second Williams is out on circuit, it just shows how incredibly competitive it has been. Here is Percy now, who is of course season 9 world champion. Had a horror show of a start to the season last season. Started to really build himself up in the mid-season. He had a late renaissance, didn't he? Percy did there, which almost got him the championship. But in the end, then I think he just fell slightly short. Percy going second fastest, 10th of a second away from Mortal, and in front of Sam Swift. But here's Sam Swift's teammate Chappers out there at the moment. Kick Alpine at Knowles here saying that I'm not sure if this is if this rumor's legit or not, because I read it on as that Lights and Validator's time. I read it on where did I read it? I think it was this is Formula One news on Facebook, so take of it what you will. I'm sure that Alpine was are they sponsored by OnlyFans, or has someone duped me there? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? There, but goodness gracious me, that'd be very interesting. But I would pay to see Pierre Gasly on OnlyFans. Goodness gracious me. But of course, who's going to be his second driver? It's looking sorry, his teammate. I think it's going to be Jack Doohan by the sounds of it. Shame about Mick Schumacher, but unfortunately, he didn't really cut the mustard in Haas, did he? Maybe you could say that he probably deserves a better second chance, but potentially. I thought he should have car off there at the top of the hill there, but I think it's my eyes deceiving me. Carter, Kez is a wash driver. Kez at the moment is fourth for the other, but it depends on what you class as wash, because this season, compared to his standards, he has not had the best of performances in terms of Kez's high standards. But if I had any of those results, or half those results, I would be over the moon. Here comes Browett, former silver champion. Let's take a look at Rocket Lee then. Knows he has the right idea. Kick Alpine now. Kick Alpine's always win then. Well, to be honest, by the sounds of it, they could become high-tech Alpine. As their new team manager was the former ex-principal of High Tech, wasn't it? And someone on the internet has also decided to throw in a rumor about getting Nikita Mazepin back. Now that would have been interesting, wouldn't it? Kiki just coming to the top of the hill as well then. But yeah, maybe Alpine might be morphed into High Tech, which would be pretty cool. Of course, High Tech, as Menace goes fastest there. High Tech was one of the 4 teams that registered an interest, but unfortunately fell by the wayside, didn't they? Of trying to get through the FIA's approval. Sam Swift on his third lap on those same set of tires has gone fast there. That underlines the pace that he has. So I was sticking with Kiki. Of course, bronze championship contender last season, and silver this season. Been a bit of a rocky start for Kiki, but he had a very good race last time out in Miami then, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come then for Kiki. Finishing 4th last time out then, and really he's going to start to elevate himself up the order. Kiki is so quick in one lap pace. He's fantastic. Legends in the pits at the moment, and Kaz have 3/10 of a second up in the first sector. I'm saying nothing about Williams. I am a cursed serious smasher said. What colours would Kick Alpine be, Alex? Black, green, and blue. Laugh out loud. To be honest, I think that's actually a very good. That's actually a very good guess, to be honest. Black, green, pink, blue, and a dash of yellow for good measure. Bring back the yellow Renault, I say, mainly because it makes it easier for me. If it's Kick Alpine, that's one less team. Serious smasher is saying. And George Carter, will Keza be able to challenge for his second win tonight? Well, I think it's going to be a stretch for Keza, judging on the performance so far in Q1, but that's very dangerous for me to judge it on qualifying performance. Look at Young Lights, for example, finishing 4th and 5th in the last 2 Grand Prix. Has not reached Q3 in any of those races so far. Kaz goes fast as out in the Friday. Of course, remember, he was battling for a podium last time. Unlucky not to get one, but Kaz is certainly going to be a main factor, I think, in this one. Once again, Kaz is showing some mettle then. Perez B. and Carter saying, oof, that's harsh. Goodness gracious me. We got Keza B. Love it. Serious Russia was saying, I love Keza. He touched me. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have read that. Let's go back on with the show, shall we? Talking to Perez, there's also a rumor, wasn't there, about Red Bull and kept Perez because of the Miami, because Liberty Media got involved and said that. And didn't want the Mexican Grand Prix ticket sales to fall. I hope that's not the case. I did have a really good opinion of Liberty Media right up until where Andretti was kind of not allowed in, and amongst other things as well. Amongst other things as well, and his lights go 6 fast. It's good time there for lights. But that's really what broke my what really upset me. But that's because I want more teams in Formula 1. More teams means more drivers. More drivers means more action. 20 cars, 10 teams is not enough in Formula 1. I think there needs to be at least 24, maybe even stretch to 13 and have 26 then. Of course, when we last had an influx of 3 new teams, it didn't go very well. But remember, they got a lot of promises broken about the budget cap and all that kind of stuff, which kind of hamstrung them. So they was on like a 40 million budget, I think, all those 3 new teams. Of course, Lotus, was it Virgin Racing, and of course HRT as well, which was Hispania before they changed their HRT. Then Sam Swift are happy with his performance, as is Kaz as well. For to go in this qualified session, Immortal, who is looking very much on it, isn't he? Immortal is Immortal very quick in qualifying. Race trim, he does seem to drop back ever so slightly, but second fastest out for Immortal, and I think he'd be satisfied with that. Marquis out on circuit at the second Villeneuve chicane there, albeit there's only one Villeneuve chicane. Bronze jars are quick. Silver also, Camaro is saying that. I am gold and I am slow, Knowlesy is saying that. Kiki for podium, Camaro is saying. Kaz is flying. Yes, indeed they are then, of course. Kiki, very quick then. I'm not surprised. Marky's got a lovely Verstappen helmet on as well. Good stuff. But I think Marky also has good helmet designs, to be fair. But I'm not surprised by Kiki. Kiki, I was expecting to be in qualifying 3 anyway. He is so quick in one lap trim then. Oh, Keza will make Q3 at this rate. George Carter is saying that. Currently, Keza is 8th fastest. Well, then remember what happened in Miami, though. Keza fell by the wayside after making a mistake there. But can Keza... Gosh, I feel like I'm hating on Keza tonight. What's going on? Keza then, but of course, that was last week. This is a new week, then, isn't it? Keza currently in top 10 at the moment, which means he will get through into qualifying 3. However, we got 180 seconds to determine who's going to be through and who's going to be out of qualifying. On board Marquis as we go through the Tamburello chicane then. And in front of us, we've got a car in front of us, and that's not going to help then with the understeer from McLaren. And now into the Villeneuve chicane as well, of course, named after the legendary Gilles Villeneuve. Of course, 6-time Grand Prix winner, and I think that Villeneuve is very much highly regarded by a lot of drivers and of course the fans as well, especially with his incredible battle between himself and Arnoux. Was it Arnoux? It was Arnoux, wasn't it, in the 1979 Grand Prix, French Grand Prix in Dijon? What an incredible race that was. That was real F1 racing. Goodness me, bagging wheels and all that kind of stuff. And also, I think, was it the Dutch Grand Prix where he brought the Ferrari back after it was only on 3 wheels or something like that, which is incredible stuff indeed there. Of course, Gilles Villeneuve, a driver that never give up there. Kiki, I'm not that quick. Haha, I wish I was. Hello, Boobin, then. Big Donut is here then for a Big Donut here. Laugh out loud. No points. I'm meaning that towards Big Mac. Serious Mushroom is saying that Marquis has gone 12th fastest and not really improved there. Marquis hasn't. Keza on a lap as well. I think he's at the back end of the circuit. There he is. Keza is found a quarter of a second in the second split time for Keza. And Nosy, you are then, goodness gracious me, then, as good as Camaro on fire tonight, then. Keza goes 5th fastest. Is that going to be enough, then? That looks good enough at the moment, then, but of course, there's a lot of track evolution, a lot of driver evolution as well. Out of Toza, then, for Nameless, coming up to the Pin Retailer corners. Oh, goodness me. I always butcher these corner names. I butcher the names of the drivers normally, but I also butcher the corner names as well. I think Nameless has backed out here. He has indeed, hasn't he? Of course, Nameless is going to have one more bite of the cherry. So we're going to stick with Young Likes. Young Likes actually mentioned that hasn't been in Q3 yet then in the Red Bull. He seems like he's going to have a permanent seat in Red Bull if he stays as he is. Goodness gracious me. But he's off the circuit and he's into the water. It's just a light tap there. Giancarlo Fisichella did that in the Grand Prix of 2005 here when it was the San Marino Grand Prix. But Young Likes and also Ginger Guy did it as well. But Young Lights, unfortunately, that could be him done and dusted. That could be curtains for his chance of getting through the qualifying 3. Right, who's the furthest man around? I think it's a Alpine here. It is Brabham, the season champion, silver champion from a few seasons ago. Brabham then, who is just taking a look to Menace Max, that is starting is on going to be last driver across the line now. So then we are going to have anyone who's 11 for lower is out of qualifying. Marky's out of qualifying. He's in the pits. He cannot defend his position. Cannot improve his position. He's out of qualifying. Kezas cannot defend his position. He is also in the pits as well, but he's in the heart of the top 10. And it does depend on how quickly. It does depend though on what other drivers do here. Into the 2 Ravazzas and second Ravazza now for brother, he's been in superb form in qualifying over the past 2-3 races. And can he keep up that momentum across the line? 6 fastest there, and that might be Keza breathing a huge sigh of relief there. The second Aston Martin of Coupe is 12 fastest there, and that might, and Equus is into 10th position. That's going to give a huge sigh of relief, I think, for other drivers as well out there. So the drivers are not improving as much as some may fear. Chappers into the top 10 as well with 8 fastest. Good stuff indeed then. Nameless had abandoned his first time, so this is his second run on these tyres. And we got Percy behind us as well. Nameless goes 12 fastest. Percy goes second fastest. That should cement himself in. Can Legends get through? He's going to knock out Lights here. No, he isn't there. And Legends is out of qualifying as well. We've got our 5 drivers, which is Legend, Marquis, Coupe, Nameless, and Equus, and both out of the qualifying session here. Lights goes through. Chapper is once again through. He is superb in qualifying this season. Kiki showing us his mettle as well, as Kiki comes across the line now just to complete his lap, but he is through into qualifying 3 as well. Oh my golly gosh then. So Lights very lucky he's going to breathe a huge sigh of relief after the mistake he made just out of that turn now of the Tamburello chicane then. So very, very close indeed, but it's Legends out qualifying here. Hello, Mr. Camaro, and the two beautiful bronze mushrooms, two beautiful bronze of Mushroom and Rocket, says Movement then. Nice curse there, Sean. Thank you very much. We've also got Evening Old Chap Movement is saying as well. What's the race weather? Race weather. Knowles, he says, Russia is saying. Let's go, finally. Sunny Mushroom then. That was tough then. All dry then. Oh, I wish it was. So good stuff. We got an all dry race, which is fantastic to see. Hopefully we'll get a bit of rain, which makes it more interesting. Lights done well, buddy. Rocket League is saying, and first time in gold and Q3 then. Also, Lights is very happy with that as well. Then, by the way, give the stream a note, give it a thumbs up and all that kind of jazz as well, as we've got to do our lovely bit of promotion stuff as well. 9100 a second separates the top 2 in the qualifying as we now roll on into qualifying 3. And the question on my mind is, who is last year's pole sitter? Well, last year's race winner was Toy Coyne. Toy Coyne, I have my memories around here, but he's not racing here tonight, sadly. Last season's pole position was Immortal with a 1:22.078, but I think that was probably in wet conditions, wasn't it? So if we go to the season before then, this is our 5th race around here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. The season before was a 1:13 set by Boxer, who's also not here tonight as well. Goodness gracious me. So the last couple of Grand Prix winners are not here tonight, which is Boxer in season 9. Season 8 was Danger Times. Kieran in season 7. So this is our 5th Grand Prix. No one on the grid here has ever won the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix here tonight then. So let's see. So that's going to be interesting. I don't think anyone who's been here before has ever been on pole position either. Apart from actually, I tell like Lucas Percy was on pole position back in season 8 then. So can Percy get a second pole position here tonight then? We'll find out then, as this is going to roll on now, and it's going to get very exciting indeed then. Both Ferraris are out first then, of Kaz and Menace, and I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I'll be very poor because my betting skills is pretty appalling. But I think the Ferrari are looking strong at the moment there, getting on that pole position here tonight. And of course, happy 30th Grand Prix start tonight, by the way, for Chappers. Great stuff indeed then. I don't think there's any other milestones out there tonight, to be fair. 85th Grand Prix start for Lucas Percy. Only 15 away now from 100. That's scary. It's incredible how much time flies when you're having fun as well. Now, and 75th Grand Prix start tonight for Equus as well. Happy 75th. Lights makes his 39th Grand Prix start there. Menace makes his 7th Grand Prix start. Nameless makes his 13th start there. Who else have we got in the reserves? Kiki on his debut tonight there. Of course, this first Grand Prix. So as the Ferrari's getting ready to go. This is quite a short circuit. Do you reckon anyone's going to go out there and have a third bite of the cherry, potentially? Then, all right, I have missed a lot of comments here. As good stuff indeed there. Yes. So I've lost a lot of comments there. Hello to everyone who's just joined us. Hello. Good, somebody that. Of course, moving there. Hopefully not going to be on that 4G router for much longer. Then, of course, it does cause chaos every now and again. Then, as we've also got Dear Me on Discord. Yep, I think that us Moomin and Rocket League is having their own private conversation. We'll leave them be for the time being because I've missed half of that conversation. So I'll let it be. Right, on board now with Kaz and going into the field of chicane, and goodness gracious me, he controlled the car quite nicely, which is not what Perez did. Off the circuit, Kaz is frustrated in that Ferrari, and I think that lap there is not going to be, something to write home about, unfortunately. So we're going to stick with Menace, who of course here is Menace in the Friday, started at the back of the field in Miami, pretty impressed somebody, but Menace has invalidated their time, and unfortunately that's two Ferraris who have kind of made a mess of their opening laps here. We're going to stick with Kaz, but I feel that this is very disappointing indeed. Young Lights 37 starts in 10 years. That must be a record, says a serious mushroom. We're just watching Kaz going over the brow of the hill. Farf is 6 likes. This is poor. Yeah, give these streaming out, like them, because it's quite important for the YouTube, Google Analytics and all that kind of jazz. Woof. Kaz out of the final turn, and it's a bit of a scrappy lap for Kaz at 15.2. Even with a scrappy lap, is pretty sensational. It just shows how quick these drivers are. Kiki on his debut for gold tonight, he is pretty quick, and goodness me, and he has done 2/10 of a second quicker than Kaz in that Mercedes car. Currently fast at the moment. Sam Swift on a medium set of tires. Brabham has gone fastest, but not for long then, because the Mortal's gone 3/10 of a second quicker than Brabham. That's impressive. My goodness gracious me, fantastic 17th. Then Young Light's going third fastest there on a 14.6, and these times are quite rapid out there. Sam Swift finished. Kez is in the pits, and also managed to go around again. And here comes the Williams car on medium tyres for Sam Swift. Is that because he's run out of tyres then, potentially? Well, across the line, and 14.3 then, and I gotta say, the soft tyres usually is half a second deficit or improvement on the medium, so Sam Swift then just needs to repeat that lap, and he'll get pole position then. But of course, easier said than done. This race is not won on paper. It's okay, Sean. I've took it to a Discord. This is a place for racing. Thank you very much, Rocket Lee. Mainly because I completely missed most of it, and I was only catching parts of it, so I could have been giving everyone the wrong message. But don't worry about that. Have a good old chit chat. I love it. So now I forgot my bad. Serious Russian Shotgun 7D. Then Kiki to win gold. Then Vestia saying that across the line there comes Menace, and across the line he goes to second faster, just over a 10th of a second quicker than Immortal, who's currently on pole position. Immortal has got a very good pole position record in gold. Then of course this will be, if he gets pole position tonight, this will be Immortal's 7th pole position of his career. Here's Chappers at the moment. Chappers never had pole position in gold then, but I have to say, Chappers, the second stint in gold for Chappers, he has been very impressive indeed, Chappers has, and could have and should have got a lot more positions, a lot more points scored than what he has had, mainly due to strategy, mainly due to weather, and all that kind of jazz. And Chappers there taking a shortcut, and unfortunately, the watchful eye of the stewards has already given him a track, an invalidation there. So Chappers is unfortunately that's not going to help then. Percy starting his lap now, the former world champion, the season 9 world champion, and of course taking a very nice tight line there as well. Goodness me, he threw it into the field of chicane with a lot of gusto. Fantastic for Percy. And now coming out of toes as well, building up the hill then as we come up to Peen Reteller in just a few moments. Easy for me to say all these Italian names. Throws into Peen Reteller now then. Doesn't go too wide there. Goodness gracious me. And now then, as we come into the very fast part of the circuit there, which of course the Acqua Minerale, before powering back up the hill and coming up into the Varianti Alps. Then of course this is why I like old track circuits, because the corner names just roll off the tongue then, or try to anyway. But my Italian is pretty poor. The only thing I say in Italian is pasta, but that's because I'm a man who likes a lot of food. Burst into the first of the Tiravazzas and not going too wide. Second of the Tiravazzas, and once again then on the curb, but nothing more than that. And this is a neat and tidy lap for Percy. What's he going to do on the stopwatch? It's enough for second fastest there, and just a whisker in front of Menace. A mortal pole position, potentially for the 7th time in his career, alongside Percy on row 1 with Menace in third and Sam Swift in fourth. But remember, Sam Swift did his first time on a set of medium tyres. Brabham in 5th with Lights in 6th position, and Kiki, great stuff in 7th position, then with Kaz in 8th, Keza in 9th, and 10th position is Chappers. Keza's not set a time so far. Chappers has abandoned his time and come into the garage. 5 minutes ago in this qualifying session. No one's going for 3 runs by the looks at. So here we go. It's all or nothing now then. I wonder how many penalties there will be that Vestia will say. I would say quite a lot then. So Serious Russian took the words right in my mouth. I'm going to try my best not to get many penalties as I did on Wednesday then. Easier to say how many won't get penalties, and 20 plus there for Lights said. Don't worry, Lights, I got 40 plus before getting disqualified, albeit I think that's very grossly unfair because I'm sure a driver got who got a minute plus penalties. I don't know who it was then, but why did I got disqualified with 40 seconds? Is shocking stuff indeed, but maybe I should have stayed on track a bit more. There we go. I lasted 35 laps before I got one. Then Vest here saying good stuff, a great effort. 14 on medium tires. Someone drug testing Kiki is saying that Williams driver he's clean. Serious Russian was saying that. Here's Brabant then. 4 minutes in this qualifying session left, and Brabant, Lights and Kaz all out on circuit very early on out on circuit as well. Hopefully don't trip over anyone who's on their out laps at the moment there. On board now with Brabant then is that we are now going to wind it up and let her go, I think then, as oh, my phone's died. That's not good. Hello. Oh dear. That's not good at all, is it? Let me see if I could give it a good old whack then, perhaps then. Of course, has anyone been watching the Olympics? I absolutely love it. Of course, I think there's now finally the athletics stuff started, I think, yesterday or today. I absolutely love the athletics, so I'll be living on that then for the next couple of minutes. So someone got 56 there. Swanshanks did. Also, Kiki did in Miami as well. Then. Yeah, so why did I get disqualified only on 40 penalties? It's absolutely shocking behaviour indeed from the FIA. I might have to have... Oh, Brabant's invalidated there. That's his time done in this one there, unfortunately. So I'm going to stick with Lights for the minute, and Lights there is crawling as well. So 2 drivers, and that's why they may have come out of the pits early on, just so they can have 2 bites of the cherry then, which might be a good idea then. Here comes Kaz. First out for Kaz was scrappy, wasn't it, for Kaz? So let's see what the Ferrari driver can do this time, of course. A great race between himself and Kiki got 1 minute and 10 seconds of penalties. Oh, Kaz has gone wide as well in the Villeneuve chicane, and unfortunately he has abandoned that lap because just coming out on circuit as well. So Immortal is going to defend his pole position. We're on board with him now. There's a Ferrari just coming out of the pit just in front of us. Should stay to the right hand side. There he goes. I gotta say, this pit lane can be very dangerous indeed. I felt very vulnerable coming out of the pit lane there on Wednesday, I must say. On board there with Immortal, but that's probably because I was coming out of the pits a lot more than anyone else had. Here comes Immortal then. I've knocked my squash over. That's not good. Immortal into the field of chicane as well. Look at how he drifted it, but that's not good. He's not. The drivers are now trying to push the cars to the limit and beyond here, and I think that it is the cars just cannot take it anymore. Now, Brabant 2 minutes ago in this qualifying session, 5th at the moment. Great performance once again with Brabant. 3 races in a row now. Brabant has been in the heart of the top 10. It's great to see for the former silver champion. Very much similar footsteps to where Troy was when Troy first started in gold in the first 8 to 10 races there for Troy. That he was not the superpower that he is today, but Troy very much honed his craft and adapted his racecraft from silver to gold, and went on to become a world champion, the second ever champion to win gold and silver after German. Fantastic start. I love that one. No one has ever won gold, silver, and bronze championships there, and I don't think we're not close to doing that either at the moment. I don't believe. Brabant, who is now coming up to the Variante out, and then Purple in the second sector. Brabant is cooking. He is cooking, you know. That was weird, seeing the amount of penalties you had, Kiki. Now, Kiki, it's just bad luck. Goodness gracious me. You guys are certainly on the banter bus today. I love it. Brabant out of the second Ravanza across the line. Second fastest there. 200ths of a second away from Immortal's pole position time. But that looked good. That looked amazing. That looked phenomenal. Kiki coming up to the line now to start his lap. When we got Chappers, who is just about to start his lap before he lets it go. Same with Sam Swift and in the Williams machine as well. Soft tires this time for Sam Swift. It may be his to lose, judging from his performance in his opening lap. Young Lights is racing to the line at the moment to try and get to the line. Then. And look, Kaz is about a second up there, but he's had the dirty air of that Red Bull. He may get the pole position of 13.9 for Kaz for the Ferrari driver. Fantastic 17th. Then here comes Kaz. It goes bit faster, sir. Good stuff indeed there for Kez. There's a second Ferrari coming around now. That is, it's Menace. I've gone around the wrong way. Percy's out of qualifying. Something's gone wrong for Percy. He's gone off at the exit of the Villeneuve chicane. Menace is on pole position now as the checkered flag has fallen here. We got that second Mercedes of Immortal in the pits. Kiki is coming down the hill now. Then 4/10 of a second. Kiki has found. Then currently that's in the ballpark of Young Lights at the moment. Menace Max has never been on pole position, I don't think, in his ALR career of gold. And this could be his first pole position as well. And Ferrari are going to have a 1-2 here at the moment. But is anyone going to spoil their party? Can Kiki spoil their party? 7 fastest for Kiki on his debut. Great stuff indeed. Sam Swift is a 10 for a second up. I'm surprised yet more, to be honest, Sam Swift. Let's see the final sector. Is that enough? No, it's only second fast. He has split the 2 Ferraris, though. It is Menace currently on pole position. And here comes Chapman across the line, goes 8 fastest there. Incredible stuff indeed. Here comes Lightson popping over the crescent. No, yes, he's crawling. He's crawling. Lightson in trouble here. The Red Bull car is not going to improve there. And who else is out there? I think that's it, isn't it? I think that is it for qualifying here. That it is Menace Max on pole position for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and Ferrari are going to be overjoyed with this result then. And it is a first pole position for Menace Max here tonight. That is, and of course, that doesn't go, and that doesn't count as a pole position for Ferrari because Menace is only reserve at the moment there. But what a pole position there! First and third position for Ferrari. Could have been it could have been celebrations if Kaz was on the front row, but third fastest there for Kaz, and alongside Sam Swift there. And Kaz showing his performance not only in Miami but now here tonight in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix as well. That Kaz has really found something special in that Ferrari, hasn't he, this season there? Now, can he get some big points for himself in the Scuderia here tonight? That old school track this is, so I'm expecting safety cars in this one. I was hoping for a safety car on Wednesday, but it never turned up. Go on, Brabbit. Knowles here saying that Troy will still win. You heard it here first. There is Musher is saying there. As I just taken a person, good. I was on used sets as well. That had 5 tenths in hand. Then Percy saying there's a person kicking himself. Didn't mean to keep typing here. In the end, sorry about the comments. And yeah, don't worry about moving. Of course, that's what the comment section is for. It's for comments, my good man. My good ninja. Lights is saying and invalidate 3 times in a row. Lights said so kicking himself. Lights says unfortunately had so much time to find there as well. Gold is too quick. Kiki is saying haha. Moving, why, oh goodness me, as I write down as we go on with the show. Ugh. Right, let's go for a break. We'll be back very shortly as we've got some sponsors to go through. Welcome back, everyone. And Kaz saying that he missed out on pole position because the old tyres are casted, but my goodness gracious me, that's such a shame, isn't it, for Kaz not to get pole position. But Menace Max got pole position again for the first time here. Look at that, the 2 Ferraris at line of stern on first and third on the grid. Then that is going to get interesting indeed, isn't it? Menace Max has never finished higher than third in his career in ALR, so so this is going to get very interesting indeed here tonight then. And Menace Max not in the championship fight just yet, is he? So he is going to throw caution to the wind then. And what it is Kaz in the championship fight, I hear you are saying. It's only round 7. You can't really discount anyone out, can you? But Kaz at the moment, compared to where his direct rivals are, Kaz is 79 points away. Of course, that's about where Lando Norris is away from Max Verstappen, isn't it? So, and of course, that's a lot further on the season. So I don't think you can discount Kaz out at the championship. You can't really really discount anyone out in the championship. Yeah, I would don't believe that. Yes, Percy and Sam Swift to start off so well this season. However, rather than anything can happen then in the Grand Prix race than usually does. Hard tires for Kaz, for Percy, for Lights, Equals, Nameless, and Knowles and German. Everyone else on the medium compound tires. Right then, as we got Menace on pole position for the first. No, let's go from back to front. Troy down in 20th place there, had a nightmare qualifying. Troy did that, and just going across that. Then we got Mr. Rage in 19th position, and German in 18th, and 17th is Knowlesy, 16th is Irvine, 15th is Legend, 14th is Marquis, 13th is Coops, 12th is Nameless, 11th is Equals, and now into the top 10. Top 10 score points then. 10th position is Lights, 9th is Kiki, 8th is Chappers with Keza in 7th, Percy in 6th position, 5th is Brabbit, 4th is Immortal, Kaz in 3rd, Swift in 2nd, Menace pole position for the first time of his career. Fryer first and third on the grid then. And of course, unfortunately, one Fryer can score today in terms of Casa, but they'll still have a win nonetheless for the Scoot area. As you can see, Brown there just burning up those rear tires before getting going in this one, as the formation lap is just about finished. This is going to be a cracking Grand Prix, isn't there? So Troy then just lighting up on the grid on the medium tyres. It's very overcast, but we are not expecting any rain in this Grand Prix, as that is an issue for German there. German is facing the roadway. Look at that, we've got two champions there, 18th and 20th on the grid then. It shows this is incredible as well then. And now then, as they're lined up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start of the Grand Prix. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights as a pause, and we are racing, and hopefully we get a good shot from the front there, and Menace Mike's had the perfect start, I think, that he has indeed there, and Sam Swift has gone right underneath the rear wing there to get a slipstream for the Ferrari. Into turn 1 they go, it's very narrow into the first chicane then, and they'll go through safe and sound then, and it is very narrow, it's getting very cozy between Chaffers, I believe it is there, and Equals in there as well then, and I think there's also a Red Bull Flights has dropped down 2 positions, Chaffers is down 3 positions as well then, but Menace Mike's had the perfect start, his first pole position of his career. That's exactly what he wanted to do then as well. Knowles is off the circuit then. I'm now just watching Menace then. Swift followed by Kaz as well. Percy is down 1 position, 7 position. Usually Percy is going forward. Instantly at the start there, so that's not good. Brabbit up to 4th position as well, with Immortal down into 5th. Locking up there as one of the Williams cars. Sam Swift has been very quick over the last couple of races. He wants to take it in this championship here. It's not all over the gearbox now, and the Ferraris we go in to the Acrominerali for the first time here, and there's a lot of that's an Aston Martin, I think that was I think it was the second Aston Martin maybe that of Coop and Nameless getting very close and now we've got Troy trying to get through Nameless down the inside and into the first tier of access here. It is a very good, that's damage to Nameless, and Nameless has got major damage. He's going to have to pit surely, because the understeer on that car is going to be appalling, and he has to pit, and that's a shock there from Nameless. Sam Swift takes the lead then after 1 lap. DRS has not even been enabled yet, but Sam Swift knows that he needs to get in front, and he has got in front now, but both Ferraris that are all over each other here, they're going to have to work together, I think, if they want to beat Sam Swift today, because Sam Swift is flying out there, and he's in such a good run of form at the moment in that Williams car, coming out of toes of that. Both Ferraris are about 6/10 of a second away from Brabbit, but Brabbit is still in DRS on. DRS have enabled it this lap there, of course, and as we're just watching Cass as well over the brow of the hill there, up to Pin Reteller there. I can't even easily say into the Acrominerali chicane there before accelerating away on board with our forward centre. Max has dropped down into 2nd position at the moment there. Mr. H has already got 3 second penalties there. I can't say much, I got disqualified. But as I go through the Variante Alta there for the first time, Brabbit is almost dangerously out of that DRS range there. Not ideal, and Mark is already out of DRS range of lights, so that could be crucial. I think we're going to see a lot of DRS change in this one tonight. Looking up the inside front tyre there for the world champion. And, oh gosh, I thought he was off the circuit there, because Fernando Alonso went off in practice, or wasn't qualified this year. I'm not sure. DRS is enabled. Here comes Menace Max, and Menace Max are pulling out from underneath the rear wing of Sam Swift. Sam Swift knows that Menace Max is not in the championship fight at this stage of the season, but of course things can change quite quickly in ALR Formula 1. But at the moment, and he does not need to worry, but he might need to worry about Cass, who's 79 points away from as it stands here in Imola on this day. but it's the longest season in Formula 1 then, albeit that we're only on for 23 races rather than 24. We've missed Japan, but that is still a lot of races to come then, and Kaz has really started to find his feet, and Miami is superb, and here tonight he's being superb again. Kaz is and potentially could be that third element then in that championship battle, which is currently between Percy and Sam Swift then directly, albeit that of course Troy is a bit further back in third position, but a nightmare qualifying for Troy means he's going to lose that third position in the championship if it stays as it is, which it won't stay as it is, because I bet my bottom dollar with 29 laps to go. Anything is possible around here. It's tight, twisty. Penalties, safety cars, incidents, accidents, strategy, it could all come into play here tonight there. And the gap is still 8/10 seconds. Brabham is trying to keep up with the front three at the moment. And once again, we're going to have DRS, and it's going to be a lot about DRS here tonight. Nameless has had to pit for a new nose cone here. Menace has set the fast up racer. However, it's not Sam Swift all over the back of it. Well, I haven't said that. He's had a great second run here. And Sam Swift is through. He's through, and 3 takes the lead there. Lights has got a 3-second penalty. And goodness me, where did he get that second penalty from then? I didn't think he was in turn 1 yet. My goodness gracious me. Brabham's out of that DRS range, goodness gracious me. So that's not ideal. Brabham's going to be feeling very vulnerable now from Immortal then, and locking up the inside front tyre of the Williams car again. Just watching Percy down in 7th position. Percy is insane start movement, is saying a very incredible start, and not to any issue either, apart from Nameless. Coop there, who is 2 seconds away from Lights at the moment there. So Coop there, unfortunately, is not going to have any help from DRS, and Troy up 5 positions there. Down 8 is Nameless at the moment, of course. So there is the tyre strategy on the left-hand side tower at the moment. 2 drivers with 3-second penalties already in this one, but this one is certainly a penalty haven, isn't it, here in Imola? And into the Variante Alta for the 4th time, and back at the front then, and Brabham is back in DRS, and that is crucial. I wonder if he used a bit of battery power potentially to get himself back into it. And remember, I was saying this time last lap that I think that Sam Swift was more under pressure from Kaz, but that changed quite quickly. And once again, I was going to say the same, but once again it's changed quickly again. Mr. Rangerball's got another penalty. On the outside goes Menace and takes the lead here in Imola once again there. And on the outside, the Brabham defended from Immortal there, and it's not a slam dunk then potentially. And look at that, he's got off the outside. It's Lights and who's up into 11th position as well. So of course that's going to be where all the overtakes are going to be happening. I think it's at Tamburello. Lights up into 11th position there. Equals on 12th position there. Markey has got past Coop as well, which is the other overtake then, which he was keeping on. Look at German and Troy, 15th and 16th there. Grand Prix winners, world champions as well. Down in 15th and 16th position there. Coop is not looking very steady at the moment there. Coop, I think, is having the same problem I was having there with I was going to say handling problems. Swift has got a penalty already. That could be crucial in this one. Kaz is in an all-round better position, says Sirius Mushman doing this. He is just sat happy in fair position there, and he could call the shots, can't he? Very overcast here in Imola at the moment there, but all fine and dandy. Of course, no sea give us the weather report. There is no rain on the horizon here in the Emilia Romagna area. My goodness gracious me, then we'll keep an eye on that. Back at the front then, Sam Swift there with a 3-second penalty already, and that's shocking to see for the world champion. Menace, Max and Kaz are certainly giving him some cause for concern. Sam Swift retakes the lead there, back in just before even getting into the Tamburello chicane there. My goodness gracious me then, and who is that then? Troy's got past Coop then, and here comes German as well. That Coop unfortunately being swallowed up because he's got no DRS, and Lights and Equals there is also swapped position as well. I wonder if Lights got a bit wide there out of the Tamburello, the second part of Tamburello, and has lost out there because that's an unusual overtaking opportunity. Or maybe Troy there is doing a bit of Formula Drift out of the Villeneuve chicane, and now German is all over the gearbox there. Coop has gone wide there. Irvine having a sniff, but nothing more than that. And remember, McLaren both reserve drivers tonight then, which means that they are not eligible for points there for the Woking team. Markey's got a 3-second penalty. Penalty is starting to rain in now. That's 4 drivers with penalties already after only 6 laps. But as I said, I can't say much because I got disqualified. Mr. H, another penalty at the moment. Then Mr. H has a difficult couple of races for Mr. H, but oh my goodness me, Troy off the somehow kept it out of the wall. Fernando Alonso didn't do that in 2001, but Troy did. But he's now lost out to Coop and to German here. So Troy then made up 2 positions, lost 2 positions there in the blink of an eye. Not I did well, made up a position and lost 2 here. Kaz is through. Kaz has gone for the lead then. He's done a double overtake, and Kaz on the inside. go. Sam Swift has still got the position there. But now that this is getting very fruity indeed. And here comes Kaz into the field as again. The Ferraris almost take each other up and into the entry to the field over here. My goodness gracious me. That is getting Meads will give up soon. Then Kaz will be free. And do you reckon the medium's already given up because Kaz is all over? Look at Sam Swift. He is in trouble here because there's a queue full behind him now, all the way down to Keza in 7th position here. My goodness gracious me. Top of the hill here at Imperiatella then. On board there with Kaz once again, and Chappers is a problem for Legends off the circuit at the Imperiatella then, just as we was watching the front runners there. Oh my goodness gracious me, Sam Swift. Is Sam Swift going to fall down the order now because of this issue? Goodness gracious me. The world champion then is he's crawling. He's crawling. As he ran out of battery power, I think that he's doing a lot of harvesting and Kaz is through. But I'm wondering if Sam Swift is letting by there so he can get DRS now, because DRS is quite powerful around this circuit. I reckon Sam Swift has done a very shrewd maneuver here. Let by. No, he hasn't got DRS then. Sam Swift, but none of the top two have got DRS then. That's, oh my gosh, there! And that Mercedes of Immortals off the circuit in the background. My word, and luckily the stream is a couple of seconds behind there, so we'll find out what happened, but Immortals off the circuit. Oh my goodness gracious me, someone must have moved there and has completely taken Immortal off the circuit. Let me have a look there. It was an Aston Martin, I think, then. It was the Aston Martin. Oh, gosh, there. And I think the Aston Martin, I think of Percy, it jinxed there by the looks of things. That's what I've made of it. Goodness gracious me. Not yet lap first of 14 series, must have said that. I read that as that I'm wondering if Percy must have tried to avoid something and unfortunately taken off Immortal. That looked very odd there. I'm not sure if Immortal's got damage or not. He's a second out of DRS range now of Keza in 6th position there. But unfortunately, Percy and Immortal, I believe, have come together there by the looks of things. Both Ferraris now lead first and second there. Sam Swift in third position, but Sam Swift also has problems for Mr. Rage coming out of Acro Minerale in the second kick Sauber there. Oh, as Menace getting all out of shape then out of the Ravazza. And now here comes Kaz going to take lead. It was very close between the two Ferraris and Immortals in the pits, and so he's had to come in the pits. And I'm wondering if it has to be to change notes. And Percy's now in the 4th position. Now, keeping on the former champion here. And it is a nose cone change for Immortal. I cannot read too much into that. That didn't look very good there on the back straight, similar to Russell potentially and Valtteri Bottas in 2021, albeit that was a bit more of a wet circuit. Think Sam was just given the place back. Sirius Rush was saying that makes sense then, but why was he doing that though? Did he overtake Immortal illegally potentially? We're not too sure, but it did look very good, did it, on the front shot there? On board once again with Menace. Kaz leads. He's never won a Grand Prix. No, it's Menace never won a Grand Prix. Sam Swift has won a Grand Prix. He's won about 7 of them. Then, of course, the world champion from last season, Sam Swift. So Sam Swift may have the advantage in terms of experience here. Percy, of course, has won the most Grand Prix out this first gaggle of 6 cars here. We've got Brabbit also involved as well. It's great to see Brabbit back up there. Of course, the former silver champion there. Difficult first season there, but my goodness me, second season. But his second season here is looking a lot stronger in the Alpine cars. Great to see. Second Mercedes in the background. That is key. That unfortunately Immortals all the way down the order. Here we go once again then. And this is going to get very fruity again. Then Kaz leads and Troy's got 3 seconds of power as we go down into the oh my goodness me, and the 2 championship rivals fighting and going side by side, and Percy has taken 3rd position away from Sam Swift. Both Ferraris are still, Lionel Stern and they're still in the same position. Brabbit, is he going to have a step as well? Sam Swift has jumped down the order. There's issues for the champion, so he's just not got the pace at the moment compared to the runners, the front runners here. And I'm absolutely astounded by that. Oh my word there. And so we have got Mark again past Coop as well. Coop, it seems to be overtaking quite a lot here, but it's still stayed in the same position there. Well, I haven't said that. He's lost 2 positions now to Knowlesy and to Marky, unfortunately. We have not seen what's happened on the stream then. But we'll keep an eye on that and hopefully we'll understand what's occurred there later on. And Sam Swift, I wonder if Sam Swift is just trying to get some battery battling, because he was harvesting very heavily. We've seen that with the red lights flashing on the back of these cars. Sam Swift has stopped harvesting now, hasn't he? So the Williams car then, the Williams driver then might just be doing a bit of harvesting then to regain. Oh my goodness me! The amount of Oh, the amount of pressure coming out of that second reverse there. They keep swapping position there. The gap was 7/10 of a second in between Kaz and Menace Max. And look at it, shrunk right down to about 2/10 of a second there. You lose half a second there, a lap, half a second there on DRS. And that's an incredible amount, isn't it, around this circuit. And of course, you do have quite big front weight, quite big. What's that? And that's Mr. Rage, who's dropped all the way down to the back of the field here. And issues for Mr. Rage then. I think he was just coming out of the pits, potentially. Into the pits comes Legends, also on the new hard tyres. Mortal on new hard tyres. Mr. Rage on new medium tyres. And Legends also on new tyres as well. But couldn't get out in front of... Tide turning for Percy now. Serious Mr. is saying that Mr. Percy. Yes, he is now starting to really find some pace in that Aston Martin. He looked a bit lost at sea to begin with, but the hard tyres, as Mushroom said, that it's now starting to come into their own here. We've got a couple more laps before they become the primary tyre, but I do think that Percy and Kaz are now starting to really get cooking, and they're both in the kitchen and serving up a feast then for both drivers. Fantastic. But Menace Max, once again, 7-8 tenths of a second away now. They are losing time now. Menace Max is when is the medium runner's going to jump into the pits? Here's Percy going to be alongside then. Percy is and look at how far away Sam Swift is, and Sam Swift could be under pressure now from Brabham down into Tamburello. Oh, and Sam Swift are locking up the inside tyre then, but nothing too out of the ordinary there for the champ. Who's Lord? Oh my word! How did they? Oh, contact then. I was going to say, how did they not make contact? Lights off the circuit. Champers up into ninth position. And again, over too cozy. Look at that in the background. You see a very Dayglow green card. You not only means one thing. It is Gurman up into 11th position as well. Gurman making his way through the field like a hot knife through butter. That is a superb performance so far for the Sauber car. Or is it the Kick Sauber? I should say. Goodness gracious me. Shocking 17 then on board with Brabham at the moment. Kiki's got a penalty, and we look at the penalty. We'll check penalties about half time here. See who's doing well and who's not doing well. Penalties is not looking too good though for about 7 drivers already. Then on lap 12 on board with Brabham at the moment. Behind us, you will see well, if you can see the wing mirrors before the gump on the screen and a lot of graphics on the screen. Light's got a 3-second penalty. You will see that there is a white and black car behind us of Kesselman. Strong performance for Kesselman, who's been lost at sea. I think a lot of it into the pits. Sam Swift there into the pits just before after this is done, and he is going for the undercut. Percy takes the lead and gets past Kaz, and goodness me, also in the pits as well was Kez. Kez is in the pits as well. Percy's got a bit out of shape there in the second part of Tamburello, and now here comes Kaz, and he's going this way and that way. Then Kaz wants to win his first Grand Prix this season, but Percy is looking strong at the moment there. So Menace Max has found some pace on this time around. That's it, but I'm wondering if that's more the case of Kaz and Percy fighting rather than Menace Max. Finding some speed in those medium tyres. Sam Swift has got an 8-second buffer between himself and Irvine. That is perfect to get some laps in now. Kaz has got penalties as well at the top of the hill in Preen Rotella then, and that's not ideal. Goodness gracious me, they're correcting the car at the Variante Alta there. Oh, goodness gracious me, that makes even the boldest of drivers chipper there. Penalties are racking in now. Serious Russia saying that, locking up the inside tyre there, the Ferrari of Menace here. But the problem with now, the question I do have, as we're just watching Irvine, the question I do have, Equo's got a penalty as well. Will I get my question? Probably not. The question I do have is this too early for the medium hard tyres, do you reckon there? We'll find out, but Sam Swift is going to have the overcut here. It's quite powerful. Into the pits, comes at Menace and Brabham. A lap later then, I think they're responding. They're already too late, you know. So the hard-shod cars of Kaz and Percy are now going to be able to, can they work together here? It's going to be very difficult. It's very odd, isn't it, to say that, can you work together? But it's like a bit like the cycling, isn't there, where they start to work together, really, isn't it, there, and try and push each other. I'm wondering if Kaz and Percy are going to do the same. As you got so that it's a very long pit lane here, and where is Sam Swift? And Sam Swift is swiftly coming down the start-finish straight as well. You see on the left-hand side, there they are, and he has jumped Brabham, and look, Menace has a big jump on the Alpine as well here. And what's happened to the Ferrari team? The Ferrari team have had a sluggish stop, and Menace is now down into 8th position. Keza didn't get past, but Keza's hard tyres are already up to temperature. The Formula 1 tyres are now only set to 75 degrees, aren't they? So they still got to warm a bit of them up then. And that is could help Keza as he's pushed him out of Toza here for building up to the hill. My word, that my goodness gracious me as well. Cooper's got a 3 second penalty, lap 14 of this Grand Prix. So Sam Swift then has got an 11 second gap over himself and Knowlesy. So Sam Swift then is now could just put in some good times then. Whilst Brabbitt, unfortunately, Brabbitt is trying to get himself up to temperature. This is hurting Keza here. It's hurting Keza here. Now I think that Menace Max said it's not going to be too fun to see that Alpine in front of us here either. Out of the Variante Alta then, dropping down into Tosa. Irvine's got a penalty as well then. But hats off to Irvine so far. Hard can go to late lap 19-20 would be ideal. So Sam Swift then should also be able to get to the end as well then. So lap 19 or 20, Serious Russia saying Ted Kravitz in the comic section. Sam Swift setting the fast up of the race there. Struggle on the medium tires there. And now here comes Menace and through he goes. And can Keza follow him through as well? Keza's a bit further behind then. And look at how much time he's got already. Keza is on the outside. Keza's getting past Brabham and up into 9th position goes Keza there. Unfortunately, that's a lap extra that Keza didn't want to be stuck behind at the Alpine car, but Brabbitt there will now start to fire up his tyres and become a major nuisance, I think, for Keza throughout the rest of this race. And Legends getting past Kiki as well and moving himself up to 12th position. Kiki, of course, only just swapped to these hard tyres as well. Kiki in his debut racing gold, looking superb stuff, looking very good indeed there. Troy and Refine fighting for 17th and 18th position there. Nameless in 19th, and unfortunately Mr. Rage down in 20th position there. Not ideal so far. Look at Percy. Percy is strong, is looking strong in race trim. My goodness gracious me. Percy is absolutely flying away. Look at that, 2.5 seconds away from Kaz at the moment. Goodness gracious me. Percy, I wonder if he was doing a bit of harvesting just to get more life into this time, get an extended stint on these hard tires. He's doing a superb job out there at the moment. And here comes German as well. And so the top 6 has not pitted. So there's all the top 6 on the alternative strategy here. They are going to be pitted. Red, yellow flag there for it's the RB of Nameless coming off it, and that's dead. That's damage there to the RB car. Not ideal there at all. Lights having a look there, but look at the understeer there. German up into 4th position now. German's drawn a superb race there, isn't he? German has felt good this season, but hasn't had much to write home about. But however, this race really might be able to get him back on track in the Kick Sauber. In front of us is Equals. Then if German can get in front of Equals, then he's got a lovely 7-second deficit between himself and Kaz, which he'll be able to put in some qualifying laps now. Of course, the top 6 are on the alternative strategy there. So Percy, Kaz, Equals, German, Lights, and Knowlesy have all not pitted yet. And of course, out of the go Skagler 6 cars, only two drivers have not. Only 2 drivers have not got penalties, which is German and which is Percy as well. Can someone pull Percy into the way station then? Yes, I think, because goodness gracious me, he's absolutely flying out there, Percy is, isn't he? My goodness gracious me, struggles in qualifying, but race trim Percy is pretty impressive indeed then. Out of the pits comes one of the RBs I think that's Nameless there, isn't it, in the RB. Hats off to everyone that's carrying on then. It's a difficult circuit. I know when it goes wrong. It's a very difficult circuit when it goes wrong there to really gain time. Especially as I was struggling the best. I was struggling to get through one lap to be honest in qualifying. So yes, this is not it's usually one of my favourite circuits, but having said that, it's probably not anymore. Watching Keza now, who is behind Menace Ranks, and Brabbitt has dropped back quite a bit. And when I say a bit, he's 5/10 of a second away at the moment there. Sam Swift there is being pegged at the moment. There is from being pegged at the moment with Menace Max. So there's Sam Swift. There's Menace. Menace is actually catching Sam Swift here. Is Sam Swift struggling in terms of a race trim around here? He looked quick in qualifying, but I thought it might be the medium tyres here struggling. But now Menace is starting to really become on form here. And if a little more of a push, I say a little more. Of course, in Formula 1 trims, a 10th is a world apart, isn't it? But if he can find a 10th for a second, he has found a 10th for a second. He's in DRS now, is Menace Max. And that's what he needs to get the DRS set. So Sam Swift penalties, and now unfortunately also being reeled in by Menace, Keza and Brabbitt. It's not an ideal race so far for the world champion there. A long way to go still. I say a long way to go. Half distance now in this Grand Prix. And of course, Sam Swift is now only 5 seconds away from Knowles there, so he's still not going to get held up too much at this moment in time. Now, look at this, Melisau is right underneath the gearbox of Sam Swift, and there they go then. And these four, I think, are going to be the de facto leaders of this Grand Prix when all is said and done. When Percy and Kaz comes into the pits, when Equals and German's in the pits, Lights and Knowlesy. I think it's a battle for second, third, fourth, first, second, third, and fourth at the moment. Then between these drivers, but there's going to be a very quick and hard charge in Percy and Kazan, which I think is going to be in 5th and 6th when it's all said and done in this race. Mortal in 11th position, and Mortal recovering, but came to the pits a lot earlier than anyone else. After issues there. I take the blame, Sean. I didn't send you my setup, my bad. To honest, serious mushroom, it wouldn't have made much difference, I don't think. I did get, to be fair, I think I said the best as well. Nah, don't worry about it. I didn't mean like in terms of like not send me a setup. I meant in terms of doing after you can stay in the party. I think that's what I meant. Anyway, don't worry about that. It don't want to make a difference. Your setup is. I know your setups are usually pretty good. Into the pits comes Kaz and Equals. Your setups are very good after Miami one, but I was just rubbish around here. Coming out of the final turn there. Sometimes you have to, sometimes I have to be honest with myself, I was just rubbish. Menace is coming through! Here he goes, and up into 5th position in the Grand Prix. There he goes. German could be up there now too, and German is now at 3. Oh my goodness me. So where is Kaz had come out there behind a Mortal? That's not ideal. I think the Kaz would like to come out in front of a Mortal then, and really throw in some very quick laps here. Intermediate tyres for Mr. Rage Bull kind of sums up my race as well, Mr. Rage, on Wednesday. But unfortunately, Mr. Rage Bull and Kick Sauber have not been too great on those pit stops in real order Formula 1, and now on this championship either. And Kick Sauber decided to put Mr. Rage on intermediate tyres when we are not expecting, much as it's a dull and overcast day here in Imola, I am not expecting there to be any rain. So Percy needs to get in front of a Mortal, and at the moment, I would say that he is in front of a Mortal ever so slightly. Is Percy, but he's going to have to keep an eye on that gap then. And of course, Kaz is into the pits. Now comes Percy then. So this is where it's going to get very juicy indeed. Then Percy in the Aston Martin. It's a very long pit lane. This is around here. So as Cooper's got a 3-second penalty, we'll check in with her. I said, oh, no, we're checking penalties a couple of laps ago, but we'll still do. We will in a minute. And Percy, there he is, and he's coming out of the pits now. But Sam Swift is now going to be under the cosh here. I wonder if Sam Swift's got damage potentially. Out of the pits now. Look, there's Kaz. That one lap with that one lap behind a Mortal has cost in the position to Percy there. And goodness gracious me, if he got in front of a Mortal this race, I think it'll be slightly different. But Percy in 8th position, Kaz in 9th position now, and they are about 5 seconds away with 12 laps to go from Brabant, Keza, Sam Swift, and Menace Max, and that could be the race win there and then. My goodness gracious me. Top guys should pit now or lose time then. Serious pressure. Saying to lose off the circuit. That's Kiki off the circuit there in the background now. Tosa, he's going to lose out to Legends. He has lost out to Legends there. Oh, he's going to kick in himself for that one. Chalper's also in the ballpark as well. Equals on the medium tyres. 3 drivers that they're on the medium tyres for this last stint, and this is going to get very interesting indeed. Look at this. Sam Swift there is struggling to get past Knowlesy, and because of that, Knowlesy there is unintentionally really spiced up the Grand Prix race here. But Knowlesy, you can see that Knowlesy's tyres are far past their best there, and I think he'll be in the pits now. Knowlesy's struggling to get power on, but look at that. Sam Swift there is going to be loving that because, but having said that, then here comes Kaz, and then Brabant is also Knowlesy's teammates. Oh, goodness gracious me, was there a team orders there potentially? If I was, then I think Knowlesy would have been asked to stay out a bit longer, but of course, I think to help Brabant somewhat there, but unfortunately that's not the case, and Menace has never won a Grand Prix in ALR Gold before then, but it's currently on course. And Sam Swift would love to win this Grand Prix, but it's really struggled for pace, hasn't he? Out and out pace, which is surprising because in qualifying he looked pretty hot, didn't he, to say the least. Here we got Keza. Kaz is through. He's past Percy and up into 7th position now. And look at the Mortal. It's open issues between the two drivers because the Mortal's only a second back now. So I was expecting the medium runners to really take off, but that hasn't been the case so far. Kaz is about 4 seconds away now from these top 4 drivers. And Lights is staying out. German is staying out as well. I think on what they'll probably be in the pits and not too distant future. All the medium runners are going to be quick in this one. Penalty situation is looking pretty dire for some drivers out there. I should know. Gurney needs to pit. Here's what I said, but Gurman has stayed out. Lights have stayed out as well. I'm wondering if they're waiting for a safety car here potentially, or maybe they're going to try and go into soft tires. Lights in the pits anyway. And the yellow flag then is that is just I think that is one of the lap runners getting out the way. Then no, it's Sam taking the lead. I know he's taking second position here in Emilia, and up into second position now he goes. And Percy's repassed Cass as well. Of course, these drivers are going to need to help each other then, because if they keep fighting like this, they will not be able to help. They will not be able to gain. And then here comes Cass, and he's having a look into the not quite into the field. No chicane there. You need really very much a massive override and speed to overtake anyone into the field. No chicane. My word. And now the top of the hill then into a pin reteller, I should say. Easy for you to say. But as we drop down into the Acqua Minerale, then currently Sam Swift leads the race with Menace in second position. Third is Keza with Brabant in fourth position. Percy 4.7 seconds back at the moment with 11 laps to go in this one. If Gurney goes soft, that's mad. Serious much say then. So the soft tyres are probably not the way to go. As I may have fancied my chance on it, but that's why I was 2 laps down in Emilia on Wednesday. Locking up the inside tire. It doesn't bother me, I swear. It's like I bring it up even though probably because it's like a memory I need to repress. Into the pits comes Gurman now. So Gurman has got 10 laps in and he's going to be very fresh on those medium tires. Menace Max is now gaining on Sam, and through he goes, and Keza is there or thereabouts, but Keza is just too far back to take advantage there. Oh, but Sam Swift braking very late there, and I think he may have lost a slight bit of momentum there. Coming out of the Tamburello chicane, and Gurman there is still in the pit side, but he's now in an position. Gurman is out. He's going to be 12th, and he may even be on Markey, actually. He will be behind Markey. There's a lot of work to do for Gurman and for Lights as well, but let's see how they do with 9 laps to go. I think that might be a bit of a stretch to get points, though, for those 2 drivers. Percy 4.5 seconds back, and that strategy there, going for the alternative strategy around it, doesn't seem to be working out as well as I would have thought. That Menace is 5/10 of a second in the road now. Sam Swift is looking over. Mr. H has been disqualified there, and I think that was the same place where I got disqualified, to be honest, or just very close then for Mr. H. I can't say much because yes, that's exactly what happened to me. When it goes wrong, it really goes wrong. Sam Swift, 3-second penalties, which means he's going to finish off the podium at this moment. Percy has no penalties, but Kaz has penalties, and currently will finish 7th there, but we've got still 8 more laps to go. Kiki, 12 seconds of penalty. That could cost him points on his debut for gold, unfortunately. 3 seconds for Legends as well. No penalties for Chappers. Looking strong at the moment, Chappers is. Equals, 3 seconds. Markey, 3 seconds. Lights, 9 seconds. As Kaz has retaken at 5th position. And these two, it's not working out too well, I don't think, for these two, is it? I thought the medium tires would be absolutely quicker than the hiccup. That's not the case at all then. Kiki's got past Legends. He's going to be rapid now. Sirius Bryce was saying there for Gurman. I'm surprised that the medium tires ain't quicker at this stage, though. Lights, 9 seconds. Gurman, no penalties. Troy got 6 seconds. So is Nolsey. So is Coop. So has Irvine. And names as well. 1 retirement so far in this Grand Prix. That is Mr. Rayton, who's having a really tough rate of season out there in the moment. The last 3 Grand Prix have... Brabant's got penalties as well now. Is that Brabant's second penalties? No, it's his first. This was first there for Brabant. And that at the moment is going to help Sam Swift stay on the podium. Menace has got penalties as well. Now that has equalised the race. And look who is in them. Look who's in the box seats now. It is Keza. If Keza can keep the no penalty, he could get his second Grand Prix win of his career for Keza. And he was very disgruntled after the race last time out in Miami, but goodness gracious me, Keza's all of a sudden there on the Saturday looking very good indeed. And he doesn't have to overtake it when Keza doesn't. Keza set the fast on the race. Now the times are starting to come in there, but is it too little, too late then potentially into turn 1 again then? But those penalties that have come in from Brabant and Menace have really changed this race, has changed the pace of this Grand Prix now, hasn't it? And do not forget, Percy and Kaz has now also started to He's now starting to put his toe down as well in this Grand Prix. As Chappers has got past Legends, moving himself up into 9th position there. Let's take a look there to see where it is. And it is, of course, I thought that car was going to drift. But Legends dropped down into 10th position now. Legends had a couple more laps on those hard tyres, which may become a major factor later on in this race. On board with Keza once again. Goodness gracious me, the speed they take into... oh no, and Keza again in penalties as well. He's going to be kicking himself. Keza is, and so they're going to have to be very careful, aren't they, as this one there. And Keza's also, it was looking good for Keza, but now it's not, because he's gone wide at the Variante Alta, and now potentially can Brabham have a look into Vavazza. Not quite then, as Menace is now 7/10 of a second away. We kind of guesstimated it'd be about half a second to overtake anyone, but I think that Keza is going to be getting a sinking feed now. Can Brabham get his first podium of his career in ALR Gold tonight? He is looking strong, is he? There he is. He's having a third position. That mistake then, that happened almost like half a lap ago for Keza, dropping down into fourth position and getting a penalty, then unfortunately going wide at the Variante Alta. Now it's cost him a podium at the moment and potentially cost him the Grand Prix win. However, we've still got 6 laps to go in this one. Troy's got a penalty as well. The gap is still, there they are in the background. Those are the 2 medium runners with 6 laps to go. They are not exactly setting the world alight at the moment, are they? German's got past Market up at the 13th for this now. But I think the same with Kaz and Percy, the likes with Lights and German as well. I think they've given themselves too much there. Sorry, that's my fault, Keza then, Sarah's Russian is saying, shocking behaviour, Russian now. Of course, they're giving the commentators curse over Brabham now on the podium now. So, it could be his first podium of his career then. So, Menace is going for his first Grand Prix win of his career as well then. He has been at third for a couple of times now as Menace Max, but never been the Grand Prix winner. And there is Brabham then, and I feel that, Sam Swift is very much at the edge of is very much at the edge of the car's limit here for Sam Swift here tonight, then, isn't he? But goodness gracious me, that's why he is a world champion, isn't it? Because goodness gracious me, Kaz and Persis are the great second sector. This is why he's a world champion then, because even when he's not his best, I don't feel he has certainly drove a superb race so far, and it's now taken the lead then with 5 laps to go. Percy has got past Kaz and moved up into 5th position as well, but unfortunately they've lost 3/10 of a second once they're battling on this start finish straight here, so it's not ideal for 5th and 6th of Kaz and Percy at the moment now. Oh gosh, I almost swallowed my tongue. So Sam's outfit is going to be very much, do you remember those bronze races from last season? I reckon it's going to be very similar to those races where it's going to be very much a DRS, playing a bit of DRS chicken, aren't they here? Who is going to get that DRS when they need it on that final lap or the second to last lap? Jordan Days in then, Percy, Brabham, Keza and Kazan. And I must say, that's going to be a very difficult one to pull in, really, isn't it? Because I think a lot of drivers are driving superb well tonight there. But of course, we do have 5 laps to go, and potentially, this race could surely change that, especially with penalties very much going to be a major factor in this, and it's the most penalties we've had in a race this season, I believe, Ben, and it certainly could change the face of this Grand Prix as well. German has got no penalties, he might be able to get himself into the top 10 here. Chavez has got no penalties either, and could also get himself up into, I think Chavez is currently finishing 8th position. He should have got 8th position last week, shouldn't he, really? But of course, I think there's a penalty rescinded, which dropped him down to 9th, and Menace Max retakes the lead then, 4 laps to go. As it stands then, I think that Menace Max might be in the box seats then. However, then this can very much, it's going to yo-yo around there. Percy about 3 seconds back. I think Percy's just not catching. Percy and Kaz are just not catching each other. And as it stands, Sam Swift will take the lead in the driver's standings, I believe. No, he won't. It'll be a point behind Percy if things stay as they are at the moment now. My goodness gracious me. Yeah, I was in them bronze. Yes, I was in them bronze races. So I was saying, what did I say? What was I saying about bronze? Oh, yes, of course, remember about the DRS training. And Sarah's Mersham does remember him because he was in them. But yes, indeed, then with the DRS strategy, wasn't it, between Brooksy, between Kiki, and between Jay Hings as well last season. Now, of course, that was a part of winning the races, winning and losing the races, wasn't it, in bronze last season? It was an incredible adventure there. Menace is very much put on a qualifying lap here, as he's really pushing to try and get out of DRS range. He's got 8/10 a second, but it's not enough, man, at the moment, because he's now 8/10 of a second up the road, and I think he would like to have caught that RB of Nameless on that lap then to get DRS as well, which might have taken him just outside the DRS to take to the Sam Swift. If he does that, then the race win could be his, and Kaz is through back up into 5th position there. And where are they in terms of their 3.4 4 seconds back now. This is not how I think the alternative strategy for Kaz and Percy has not helped at all, has it? This has not been the right strategy here today. Easy for me to say. I went with Keza for driver today. Then, well, goodness gracious me, we've got 4 votes, and all 4 of them different drivers. Percy, Brabbit, Keza, and Kaz then have all got 1 vote each so far. Goodness gracious me, that just shows how incredibly tight this Grand Prix has been. 3 laps to go, and I have no idea out of the top 3 who's going to win this one. It could be about who goes wide and who gets a penalty. It could be about then who makes a mistake. It could be about who's going to get DRS on the last lap. This is going to be very, very entertaining, right to the checkered flag here. Wow, and what a race it has been as well. Yellow flag. Well, the Aston Martins has gone off the circuit, and who is it? Then I think it is Coop. It is Coop. Then having a nightmare race, and it's got very cozy here between German Lights here, and there's Chappers involved as well, and there's Legends as well. Goodness gracious me! And of course, German and the Chappers don't really want to be involved in this fight too much because they got no penalties. And Lights is well off the circuit there and struggling with the downforce there. Lights is difficult race today for young Lights, unfortunately. Now Percy's got 40% of the vote so far. Wouldn't mind them sharing it, to be honest. Saying that it's a very difficult one to call, this one is, isn't it? Menace still leads this race, so I know going back to this incredible battle here, Champions has had a difficult final sector there, which has meant Legends has just absolutely struck straight away then. Chapper said this is a fight for de facto 8th position and make that 9th position now, and Lights is through as well, and Lights is squeezing through it up into 11th position, but he's gone wide out of the second part of the Tamburello here, and there's that first Red Bull of Lights, and then can Chappers get back at him? Not quite then. But Chappers is still finishing 9th at the moment there because of oh no, he is, and he's run wide and he's got a penalty. He's going to be kicking himself with that one. I think Light's got a penalty as well there. Oh, that's a shame. That is disappointing indeed. Then locking up there. I think that was Sam Swift locking up once again. Chappers Kaz all over the back of Percy. They have lost 7/10 of a second since we last checked in with them. So it's a 4-way battle now, which I know you've all probably noticed it since the for one and must have got a 3-second penalty. You've all noticed it probably for the last couple of laps, but I've only just tweaked on me. 2 laps to go. Menace, Swift, Brabbit and Keza. Who is going to be the winner of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix? My goodness gracious me. Wouldn't mind them. I've read that. I heard that mess already, sorry. Oh, Mark's got a penalty. Kaz back through, back past Percy. Well, no, in terms of that's not going to help Kaz unless Percy gets a penalty. Kiki is in the pits, and I wonder if Kiki's going for that bonus point fastest lap then, which of course, because I think Kiki's got 12 seconds of penalties, which means he's almost certainly not going to be in the running for the pot. Oh gosh, and German has to get out of that, and can't have between 2 Red Bulls, and Lights I think has saved Legends from being spun there. What teamwork! I love it. Fantastic. I thought Legends were gone there. I think the Lights gave him a little nudge, which kept him going in the right direction. That's fantastic teamwork from the Red Bull. Whether he meant it or not remains to be seen, but that was great teamwork. German having 9th position there, made that 8th position there. As great racing there for the Red Bull. Love that. That's probably I think that should be teamwork of the day. Oh, now 1 more lap to go, and Menace may be having a sinking feeling here. Look, Brabbit, Sam Swift and Keza involved as well. Look at this, and he's going to have to get defensive here with 32 out of 32, and Menace has got no reverse deployment, and Sam Swift takes the lead, and look at this, and he's just a passenger, and Brabbit is through as well, and into 2nd position. And Menace Maxes have gone from 1st to 3rd in the blink of an eye there because he had no deployment, and Keza's too far back as well. And Sam Swift on the final lap has taken the lead of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. It's on course there to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship as well for the World Champion there. The damn you short on talent Chappers. Please don't mushroom. Oh dear. I'm going to have to quickly edit the stream so we can edit that part out. But Sam Swift leads this Grand Prix on the very final lap that, of course, we knew is going to be going down to the wire. And Sam Swift there is drove a superb race. Brabbit on course there on course as well to get his first podium of his career in ALR Gold, which is superb stuff indeed. Made his debut in Canada a few in Canada, who's had a pole position as well. But Brabant now is going to get his first point of his career into the final. And Keza is gone on the inside there and tried to go for a wall lunge there, but it didn't work out. Sam Strip Ninja comes out of the final turn to win his 8th Grand Prix win of his career. What a race that was then. His 2nd Grand Prix win of a row, but his 8th Grand Prix win of his career here in ALR F1. With Brabant his best result in 2nd position, Menace Max in 3rd, with Keza in 4th. Lucas Percy finishes 5th there, with Kaz in 6th position. Wrong strategy for those two potentially, and that also means that Swift is taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship here as well. Whew. Wow, what an incredible race that was then. Robert has come alive then. What a penalty situation, and there are the penalties. Oh, well, I can't show that. That's shocking. Percy finished, remember that Percy finished 5th, because I'm going to forget that when we do the standings on Wednesday or Tuesday. And I don't know where Lights finished. I think he finished out the points, didn't he? Potentially. No. Did he finish 9th? I don't know. We'll have to worry about that later. What a race, Andy is saying. What a race, Serious Rachel says. 40% the vote for Percy. I got to say, it's a very difficult driver of the day vote, wasn't it, really? Of course, only one retirement, which is Mr. Racer. Mr. Racer is having a difficult season so far. But Sam Swift Ninja punches the air, takes in the Drivers' Championship, his 8th win of his career in ALR. And I think that he'll be very happy with that performance here tonight, then, in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Oh yes, I love that. That's a fantastic celebration as well. I think is that the best celebration we've seen so far on the podium. I think so. Sam Swift shakes the hand of the dignitaries and hoists the trophy in the air with his 8th win of his career but more importantly, I think at the moment in time, his 2nd win of the season. But more importantly, takes the lead in the Drivers' Championship. There. Let's take a look at the classification, shall we? Sam Swift is 8th win of his career. Brabant his first podium appearance in ALR Gold and the former season the silver champion. Menace in 3rd position there. Of course, he was very much on the last lap there. He had no defense there. If Keza didn't get that final penalty, he could have won that race, the 2nd race of his career. Kaz his first in 5th position, Kaz in 6th position, the Mortal 7th, German 8th, Legends in 9th position, and 10th is Chappers. Equals in 11th with Marky 12th, Irvine 13th, 14th is Kiki, Knowlesy 15th, Troy down in 16th, didn't really go anywhere. 17th is Coop, and Lights and Percy finished somewhere else. So Nameless got fastest lap. Retirement was Mr. Raging Bull. Oh, a nice smell, pretty bad now, which is not ideal at all, is it then? As we're just waiting for the dignitaries to come into the comms box there. And we got, for the first time, I'm talking to Brabant since his silver days. And Brabant, what an incredible race that was today. And this is your first time on the podium here in Gold, then. But potentially, did you feel you could have got a win today?
To finally speak to you again, so I'm really happy, really proud. I was never thinking about winning it. I was quite trying to avoid the time penalties with corner cuttings, but it didn't work out. But in the end, yeah, it was so close. Congrats to Sam. He was the quickest and the cleanest driver today, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving it to have a podium in ALR Gold. I'm so honored.
I was going to say, I think you're not on the podium because you was trying to avoid me. But today, how difficult was it, though, to... Because I was thinking there's a bit of DRS games going on, and in the final couple of laps, was you just trying to save up a bit of your battery and just stay in the position to maybe try and take the Grand Prix win on the final lap?
Absolutely. I was on 5 warnings for corner cutting, so one more, and it would be a 6-second penalty, so I wasn't really confident enough to push. So, and I also don't have the pace to lead a whole lap, so I think staying behind was the smartest thing I could do. But yeah, absolutely loved the game today. Everyone was very patient. And yeah, once again, Sam is here, so Sam, congrats for the win.
Thanks, man. I don't deserve it anyway, especially from the start of the race. But thanks,
You
much
do, you
appreciated.
do.
And Robert then, and as is your second podium today. But let's. I want to go back though to sorry, your first podium. I want to go back though because the last couple of weeks, and especially in qualifying, you've absolutely nailed qualifying with some superb laps out. Of course, the rain has really affected your race in the last two, but today on a fully dry race, you pull it all together. Then, what has changed in the last couple of races? Because you've been absolutely supreme.
Well, it means a lot. Thanks for the praise. It's really nice to hear. To be honest, I didn't change something special in the preparation. I'm just a little bit more relaxed while qualifying or racing. This is helping me a lot. And yeah, so the last two races were a little bit difficult because I was expecting dry races, and I'm not sure if everyone had red setups. Yeah, I don't had a setup, so I'm quite fine with these races. But today it's absolute highlights for me, so I'm really happy and I will take it.
It certainly will. Brilliant race today as well. Then, of course, so now you've got a podium. Then the next step has to be a Grand Prix win. Then, so do you think that's going to be coming this season? I reckon it will be.
I will hope so. I will try, but to be honest, Sam and Percy, they are so quick. They are so on another level. I think we all need some more mistakes from them to have a chance for the win. So I wouldn't say no to it, but I think a podium is just a really good result in this good driver lineup.
Really good stuff indeed. And by the way, I've seen your DM as well, Brabant. I would do your stats tomorrow probably.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And let's go to Menace now. Menace, thought I was going to be calling your first Grand Prix win today, but on that last lap, then you seem to have run out of Erzed. What happened on that last lap?
Yeah, exactly that. I was trying. I was pushing. It wasn't enough today, but I've went away, reinvented myself. Been on the wheel now, and it feels good to be able to lead races and big chunks of races again. So yeah, it was probably the best race I've driven. Matched my highest result in ALR, which you know, it's some may say I deserved more out of it, but nah, you're only as good as your race result, and I very much enjoyed the race. It was really good battling with everybody.
I did notice that there was one lap where you was really putting your toe down and you was very close to breaking out of that DRS range as well. Is that what cost you ultimately in the end? There was that lap where you was possibly using too much electrical energy. Would you agree with that one?
Um, I don't know. It probably did. I'll have to watch my race back. I just saw an opening where when I was behind Sam, I saved loads of battery, and I managed to get a good run because he locked the rears into the second to last turn. So I was close behind, so I didn't have to use much battery to pass. And then I knew I was a bit faster through the corners. My tyres were a lap younger as well, so I just went for it and just see what I could do. Nearly, but just not enough.
And of course, you got your first pole position as well today as well. You absolutely nailed
Yeah.
that final lap. We didn't see a lot of it because there's all kinds of things happening in qualifying now. But what a lap it was! Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was. It came together on that last lap in Q3. I managed to get it right. Made up for China where I made a big mistake on my last run. But yeah, it was good. I'll take a first pole.
I do feel today that any one of you three could have won this race, including Keza in fourth position as well. It's very much about keeping those penalties down as well. But same question I've asked Rabbit to you then, Menace. Do you think you got a Grand Prix win in you this season? I again agree. I think you have.
We'll see. We'll see. That was definitely the closest I've been. So if we can get any closer than that, it's there. So yeah, we'll season. There's a lot of races left, so I'd like to think I can do it, but we'll see. It's still a big jump from the third place to the first. So, but it's a very competitive league, and I very much enjoy driving it. So yeah, thank you.
And we very much enjoy watching you guys race. Fantastic stuff indeed. And Sam, your 8th win of your career, your 2nd win of the season, but more importantly, if my maths is correct, you are now leading the World Drivers' Championship there. So what is more important to you today, the Grand Prix win or leading the championship?
Well, both, because winning the Grand Prix has got me too leading the championship. So obviously the race win is probably more important. I shouldn't be in this comms box anyway, because after the first few laps, which I bottled, obviously I got a penalty, and honestly I thought the race was over. I didn't think I was going to be scoring many points or any high points anyway. I thought I'd be in the lower end of the points because I got a penalty after like 3 laps, which was probably the worst bit of driving I've ever done on an F1 game. It was shocking. I absolutely hate this track for track limits because I'm just awful at the circuit in general, even with pace wise. So yeah, there was times where I wanted to give up at the start of the race, even though I was at the front, which people might think is stupid, but with how close the grid is around this circuit anyway, it was ridiculous. I think there was a DRS train from like first to like outside the points. So with a 3-second time penalty, whilst no one else has a 3-second time penalty, I would have been outside the points, and people like Lucas would have gained massive amounts of points on me. Would have gained about a good 18, 15 points, which I thought he would have gained. But yeah, and then when I saw people getting penalties as the race was going on, I thought, well, there's still quite a lot of people that don't have penalties, but it's racking up, And then when I saw that literally the entire top 5 had a 3-second time penalty, I was like, well, it's game on then. We'll see what can happen.
I must say that because in qualifying, I was like, oh gosh, you're going to run and hide in this race because you look pretty incredible in qualifying on those medium tyres. The end lap, you didn't get pole position in the end, but in the race itself, I felt that you was a bit. Was you struggling with the race with the car in the race itself, Ed, or what was going on then, or was you just trying to keep it on the straight and narrow?
No, I was very struggling on this race because this is arguably one of my worst tracks, including with Miami. I've had 2 races in a row where it's not been a strong circuit, and the car felt absolutely awful, to be honest. My setup was rubbish. The car was sliding around all over the shop, and then when I was trying to turn in on some corners, it was understeery as hell, and I couldn't even turn into them. So yeah, I was struggling quite a lot. So I was amazed even in the first stint that I was up at the front, and then and also I didn't think I was going to be at the front at the end of the stint because I thought the only way I could get up there and have a bit of a gap, so I had a bit of breathing room, was undercutting so early, which is why I did it, to try and gain a buffer so no one was in my DRS, because round this circuit it's DRS trains galore. So, but then I managed to get the gap, which gave me a bit of breathing room, but then Max literally within the space of a lap and a half gained it back again, so it was just a lot of pressure that I had to soak up for the rest of the race because I had worse tyres and a lot of quicker drivers behind me. So, but I still managed to get the win, which was a bonus.
Certainly was. And then now, of course, also your championship rival currently at the moment, Percy, only finishing 5th today as well. Do you keep an eye on where Percy is in the races so far? I know it's a long way to go, and of course there's going to be other drivers that are getting involved. Then the likes of Menace Max and Menace, and also the likes of Brabbit as well. But at the moment, your direct rival is Percy. So do you have to keep an eye on where Percy is?
Yeah, I have to be with it being a rival. I mean, he keeps tabs on me all the time, even when I'm having a really rubbish race, which I've noticed in the streams. So maybe because I'm the last season's champion, but yeah, people like Lucas, the usual top runners, the Lucas, the Keza, the Troyers and stuff like that. You got to keep an eye on them because they're the ones that you'd assume to win the race or be up there fighting for the race win. Obviously, there's now Max that you have to get into factor if he keeps on reserving any more races because he's also rapid as hell. So yeah, you've got to keep our tabs on them because they're obviously championship rivals for the end of it. Because I think by the end of the season it could be pretty close.
I hope so. It's going to be fantastic. Well, then today, Sam Swift, your 8th Grand Prix win the season, and we look forward to seeing you all in Monaco, because that's going to be a tough one. Cannot wait. Brilliant stuff indeed. And that's going to be it then. Tomorrow night, it is Silver, and, well, I must say that Silver is very intriguing as well. Mumford leads the championship from 6 points from Ultimate Beast. Those two have run away in the championship run. Gordo is a very distant third position there. Who is going to take the next step then to maybe strengthen their championship with Mumford, or is it going to be Beast out reeling Mumford back in? You'll have to find out